Science and good data is fundamental to us. We need to understand what the risks are and how to mitigate those. We need to understand how to improve productivity, and science and innovation and technology will help us to stay globally competitive. We're thinking about the future in this fishery. That all starts with sustainability. We were the first fishery in the world to be certified sustainable by the Marine Stewardship Council. It's an international certification, the most recognised for seafood. It's things like how much bait is used, fuel, how much environmental damage is done by our fishing practices, how much we take and how we market it.
The Western rock lobster fishery is undoubtedly a sustainability pioneer, not just within the rock lobster industry, not just within Australia, but indeed around the world. The Western rock lobster fishery continues to thrive with positive ecological and management performance, ensuring that the rock lobster stocks targeted are healthy, fishing practices have minimal impact, and overall the fishery has a really strong management regime in place. So the MSC approach means that everyone can play a part in protecting the future of our oceans, the fish stocks, while enjoying seafood, not avoiding it.
My name is Simon Delay and I'm the Principal Research Scientist in charge of rock lobster here at the Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development. We've now been certified as a sustainable and ecologically managed fishery for over 20 years. And this was the first fishery in the world to gain certification. Because the Western rock lobster fishery is the largest single species fishery in Australia, we have a much greater opportunity to do research. So we conduct a bunch of independent surveys, commercial monitoring, we interact a lot with the industry. We essentially try and collect as much data on the stocks as possible. We're down here at Alkimos at one of our research sites where we've got 5 Purulus collectors. So every full moon period we come out to each of the sites up and down the coast. We've got 9 different sites and we pull all the collectors out of the water, shake them out to see how many Purulus have settled on them to develop our annual Purulus index. There's a clear Purulus. So a Purulus is essentially the settlement stage for lobsters. When a lobster egg hatches, a phylosoma, larval lobster pops out, and that floats around in the open ocean for sort of 9 to 11 months. And then they swim all the way from the continental shelf to these collectors here without feeding once. It's quite incredible the processes that it has to go through to complete its life cycle. It's a life fraught with danger. You ready? Hey Mark.
Hey. No, we did pretty well, especially in the northern areas.
We got Purulus in every collector up at Port Gregory and 7 Mile Beach, did we?
Which is good.
When we come back, we upload all the data. This information is very valuable for fishing operators. It gives them a view into the future on what these stocks are going to be like in 4 years' time. If one year we expect to see animals coming in and we don't see any baby lobsters coming into the shore, well, we know something's happened and there's a problem, and we probably need to deal with that problem over the next few years before we start trying to fish those animals.
So my name's Tim Longwa. I'm from the University of Western Australia. We're collaborating with the Department of Primary Industries, Regional Development and Fisheries and the Western Rock Lobster Council to investigate the important processes that lead to the recruitment and survival of Western rock lobster along the coast of WA. One of the big mysteries of the Western rock lobster is what happens to the babies after they settle on our nearshore reefs. We've been collecting the babies as they settle on artificial habitats, bringing them into the lab, and we've revealed that actually the seagrass appears to play a really important role. The Western rock lobster fishery has an incredible record. It's world famous for its level of its science and sustainability. We're also doing Western rock lobster surveys today. Now remember, you've got one person being the scribe on the surface, and then the other buddy will be duck diving down and looking in the holes, measuring the lobster. The amazing thing is that through the research we're doing, we're able to understand the coastal ecosystem. The collaboration stuff's really cool. All the projects we've done so far have basically come from commercial fishermen's ideas.
We work very, very closely with industry. The monitoring of it just wouldn't happen unless it was a very good relationship. And we like to refer to it with industry as a co-management arrangement we have.
103, male.
Well, we're out here doing the breeding stock survey to see how many females and what crays are on the ground, and it's an indicator for future for the stocks. We work together. With the fisherman's input into it, we've got control, we have ownership of it. Once they've put all the information together, that's what they hand back to the fishermen, then we can see what is on the ground as well. I trust their research. And we work as a team.
That's what it's all about. These guys fish the gear and we'll measure them and do the science. So we measure the lobster between the 2 points of the carapace, 82, male. To tag them, we tag them in this part of the muscle. From this tag we can track its movements, obviously where it's recaptured, how far it's moved and in time frame. So now that it's got a tag on, we can release it and hopefully we'll see it again in a few years' time. Well, this is the day's work. It's all the data and it becomes one of the indices that we use to manage the fishery.
With sound science, you can make sound decisions. I can base my future in what direction I want to go in. I'm more than happy to do it because it benefits me and the industry and it benefits community as a whole.
Relationships are vital for how this fishery has evolved and matured and become so well managed.
And by maintaining the research in the activities we do, training the students with this incredible time series of data, it's an amazing opportunity for them.
As long as we've got a sustainable access to the resource and we are smart about how we catch, then we will get the most out of this resource for future generations.
This fishery has proven time and time again it's under one of the world's best managed fisheries, both economically and ecologically.
I love the ocean, I love my industry, and it supports a very family, brothers, sons, so that's why we're here.